The KV-2 being one of the most iconic tanks in World of Tanks with its big derpy 152mm at tier 6, which can one-shot almost every tank at its tier, also pulling off some of the wackiest shots off. The KV-2 can be broken down into two things. One is firepower and the other is fun, which we'll get to later. The KV-2 has a pretty large gun at tier 6, a 152mm gun with AP rounds on its first and second rounds, with okay penetration but can overmatch 50mm plates or less. Also easily ammo-racking or setting its poor victims on fire. But most people prefer to load nothing but high explosive rounds on the tank, doing 900 damage per shot and good high explosive penetration. This tank does have a really nice 107mm gun, but don't do that because that's boring, and the gun is so much better on the T150. If you want to join or take part or even suggest of any of these challenges, you can join my Discord, which will be linked in below. And also remember to subscribe because it helps out the channel so much. Fun is a single word to use to describe the KV-2, with how big the gun is and loading full high explosive, or even loading a mix of all of the rounds with the ammo swapper. The KV-2 doesn't care if it's bottom tier or top tier, since if you load full high explosive rounds, all you have to do is auto-aim and fire, and you're always doing damage no matter if it's a tier 8 or one-shotting a tier 5. You are always having fun. The downsides of the KV-2 are what keeps this tank so balanced and makes it so fun to play. Yes, the gun can one-shot a lot of tanks, and you don't want to be in front of the tank when it's loaded no matter of what tank or tier you are in, but as soon as the KV-2 fires, it is good as dead, because it has a long reload and it cannot run away. The KV-2 is a heavy tank that has the armor of a tier 5 KV-1, which sometimes holds up. Depending how you look at it, the accuracy of the tank being as bad as it is either a plus for this because you can pull off some of the wildest shots, or a bad thing because every shot you fire a match can always hit the ground. For the skills I recommend for the KV-2, you can go with these skills for your crew. Born Leader, which improves everything about the tank. Deadeye. When firing AP rounds, this gives you a better chance of ammo racking or starting a fire. Don't put Deadeye if you're loading full high explosives. Steady Aim makes the gun more accurate. Armor Angling, good for taking less damage so you can trade more efficiently. Sixth Sense lets you know when you are spot. Snapshot, more accurate when moving the turret. Rapid Loading makes the gun load faster. Situational Awareness. The KV-2 has terrible view range, so this will help. Rapid Aim makes your turret turn faster. Run and Gun. Better accuracy while moving the KV-2. For the equipment, you can use the Ammo Swap, which can switch shells without having to reload. If you load full high explosive rounds on your KV-2, do not use the Ammo Swapper. It does not work. You gotta have more than one round in your tank. Advanced Armor. Good for taking less damage so you can trade more efficiently. Just like the Armor Angling skill. Code Optics. KV-2 has terrible view range, so this will help just like the Situational Awareness skill. Powertrain. Better top speed and better horsepower per ton. Advanced Gunling Drive. Makes the gun aim faster. The playstyle for the KV-2 is pretty simple. Honestly, just load full high explosive rounds and shoot at a target and go into cover, reload it, and repeat. A more advanced way of playing is loading a mix of premium AP rounds and high explosive rounds, and using the ammo swapper to switch to the proper round when the situation calls for it. Using high explosive rounds to go for either full pins or using high explosive when AP can't go through its target. In this case, you want to aim at track or where the armor is the weakest. The armor can be really good even though it's a tier 5 hull, at tier 6. But you gotta remember this, the KV-2 is a KV, and KVs are known for its amazing armor. So instead of just poking around a corner like normal, side scrape to make your armor great. Then you can just side scrape around a corner to make you a smaller target, and to have a chance of bouncing shells. Overall, the KV-2 is a tank that everybody should own in their garage. It's fun, and it's fun one-shotting a lot of people. Also, never use the 107mm gun on the KV-2.